Hey guys, welcome back to the Cabover project. As promised, we have named this baby, and I'm going to reveal that name to you in just a minute. So stay tuned, stay here, don't leave. We're going to reveal that name and why we named it what we named it. But if this is your first time here, I'm just going to do a quick review. I'll try not to bore you too much of what we're doing here. So we got our Cabover. Right now we have no engine, transmission, nothing. It had a B model cat in it, 13 speed, and the motor had spun a bearing. We were planning on redoing that motor, but after getting the block apart and to the machine shop, just cost effective wise, it wasn't going to work out to build that, at least for us. And so we ended up, we had an N14 sitting here that we decided to put in it. We're not going to put the used motor in. We've gone and rebuilt it also. Well, we haven't rebuilt it, but we've got machine work done. It's all tore down in the shop, and we're going to video that going back together. Last week we got our wheels and tires put on with some new hubs, and we still got the other side to do. So we'll do that. We've painted the frame. This was a blue frame. It's now black, and lots of little plans. It's going to be a long project, but it's going to be fun. So that's kind of a quick overview of what we're doing. So if you want to follow along, follow us. We do a segment once a week so you can see what's going on with the Cabover project. So anyway, yeah, she looks good, right? Nothing wrong with some aluminum. Definitely makes it pop just a little bit. It'll look good once we get some fuel tanks on there and a few other things. So anyway, on to the Cabover name. We've been trying to think of a name for this Cabover, and we've been given some good ideas. We've come up with a lot ourselves, mainly for the project. Everybody likes to name their project, and I just thought, well, the Cabover project is just a dumb name.
It's the stupidest name I've ever heard in my life.
But the name, well, I'm not even going to reveal it just yet. I'm going to talk about it just a little bit. I'll probably get all sentimental here. The reason we're doing this, well, first reason is it's a cool old truck. But we're kind of doing it in memory of my dad. He didn't drive a Peterbilt, so there's a lot of differences here. He didn't drive a Peterbilt. He drove Freightliner, but he drove a Cabover his whole dang life, hauling hay for Stevens Feed, which is his brother's company, which is still in business today right here in Holden, Utah. And he drove for them for a long time. And so we're kind of doing a tribute to him. Like I said, it's not the same truck. It's, you know, there's a lot of differences there, but just the Cabover. And Stevens Feed back in the day had tons of Cabovers. In fact, that's all they had for a while. And so we're just kind of doing a tribute there. And so it's for my dad, who has he passed away with cancer. Can't even think how many years ago. 15 years ago or so. And so it's kind of a tribute to him. So let me tell you a little bit about him. Drove for a long time and always taking kids in the truck. In fact, I grew up in a Cabover, so I remember going with him when I was little, man. And so he'd take me on the truck, and as kids got older, you know, my sisters and kids, everybody got to go for rides in the truck with Grandpa, and same with my kids. And so it's just a little sentimental thing for our whole family, to be able to do a project like this. And I'll reiterate that, you know, it's not the same truck, it's not the same thing, but, you know, it's a little bit of a tribute to him and growing up around trucking. So anyway, one thing about my dad is he enjoyed a slot machine or two. He really liked to gamble. You know, wasn't a big table player, but enjoyed the slot machines. And his route was to LA and back twice a week, hauling hay. And anybody that's been on that route will know of the Casino Whiskey Pete's. My dad was a frequent flyer there. He'd always stop and fuel. And I remember when I'd go with him, or any of the kids go with him, we'd stop there. We'd definitely eat there. We'd gamble there for a while, and then on down to California, and kind of the same thing coming back. Good place to stop and fuel, take a break. And so he really loved Whiskey Pete's Casino. It's now closed. Don't know if it's reopening, but if you've been on the route, you'll know what I'm talking about. You know exactly where it's at. Down at the state line, Nevada, California, down in Jean, Nevada. And so he was a big gambler that way. Won a lot of money, probably lost a lot of money, but like any gambler, they don't tell you how much they lose. They just tell you all the winnings, right? But so we're going to name this Cabover Whiskey Pete. And not after the casino so much as it's Peterbilt. And this is a tribute to my dad. And so he enjoyed Whiskey Pete's Casino. And so we're going to name it Whiskey Pete. And it may or may not roll off the tongue real well, but I think it's really fitting for what we're trying to do here. And, you know, we'll reveal a paint scheme and stuff later, because we're a long ways from that, and we don't even know for sure what we're doing. But we're going to start calling it the Whiskey Pete Project instead of the Cabover Project. And hope everybody enjoys it. Like I said, it's a family thing for us, a little sentimental for us, and for me, for sure. And we're excited to call it that. So it'll be fun putting it together. And honestly, it gives a little bit more of a meaning now that we've named it what we've named it, and the reason why. Hopefully in this video you've seen some pop-ups of the old truck and of my dad. And here in Fillmore, they do a light parade every Christmas, and we've got some pictures of that where he'd dress up as Santa Claus and put the truck in the light parade, haul the kids around. Just a great, what's the word? Just a great tradition that we remember growing up, and all my kids remember growing up. And so, Whiskey Pete. There you have it. Thanks for watching. Next week, hopefully, we'll be building an engine, or at least starting. Feel free to follow along. We love comments, suggestions. We love to see what everybody's thinking. More Cabover to come, but stick around. We got a slideshow and a song that we had made especially for this project that you'll want to listen to and enjoy the slides. Some old pictures back in the day of my dad in the truck and things around here and us. So watch it and hope you enjoy it.
Rolling down a blacktop in a Cabover dream. Grandpa's hands upon the wheel, 18 wheels of steam. Hauling hay to California, hammered down with a westbound freight. Little boy beside him learning how to run it straight. Got our ears on breaker, breaker. This old Peterbilt's running clean. 777's on the side. She's a highway slot machine. Whiskey Pete, roll the dice tonight. Keep the shiny side up and the greasy side down. Right from the desert to the coast where the old timers compete, we're keeping hammered down. And Whiskey Pete, oh Whiskey Pete, roll on. South of Vegas, neon calling, where the truckers used to play. Grandpa doubled down on 21 before the break of day. Whiskey Pete. Roll the dice tonight, keep the shiny side up and the greasy side down. Right from the desert to the coast, where the old timers compete, we're keeping hammered down in Whiskey Pete. Oh, Whiskey Pete, roll on. Three generations plus riding in this cab over time machine. Stack them miles like poker chips, living out the trucker's dream. When the sun sets on the highway and the stars begin to shine, we can hear old Grandpa laughing through that diesel engine's whine. Keep your eyes upon the white line, let it ride and let it roll. Every mile's a winning hand when you're driving with your soul. From the chicken coops to the pickle parks, through the bear traps after dark, we're eastbound and down with our hearts on fire. 4 generations of rubber on the tires. This ain't just steel and chrome, you see, it's a rolling piece of history. So here's to all the gear jammers who paved this asphalt way, to Grandpa and his Cabover, still riding with us today. When you see them 777s coming up fast in your mirror shine, that's Whiskey Pete running hot across the finish line. Whiskey Pete, the legend's still alive.